Hi, my name is Malati. I've been working on Agile methodology since a decade. Today I take this opportunity to introduce you to the Agile methodology. So let's get started. Before diving into the Agile methodology, we need to understand why and how Agile methodology gained so much of popularity and the basic reason behind it. The popularity of Agile methodology is gained when software crises emerged, where software teams are managed with the same methods used by manufacturing or construction projects. Generally, manufactured products are identical. Let's take an example of manufacturing cars, the same make and model coming down on assembly line one after another. Design engineers and managers typically produce well-defined checklists with well-defined processes and tools that workers are expected to follow. Comprehensive system documentation is produced, so defects can be tracked and fixed easily. And if you take the construction projects, once you sign a contract to build a house or any building, the requirements are frozen, and if you want something to be changed or added, then there would be an additional cost. So, all early software development projects try to mimic the approach followed by the construction and manufacturing projects, which is known as waterfall model. So, now we'll try to understand what is waterfall model. Waterfall model has 5 phases such as requirements, analysis and design, development, test, deployment and maintenance. Each phase ends with a well-defined frozen deliverables that act as inputs for the next phase. So each phase deliver something and it would be an input to the next phase. Requirements are captured early and are used as inputs for the analysis and design. When the analysis and design phase is completed, we have a fully designed system that is ready for development. When development is done, the system is expected to be ready for testing and so on and so forth. So what is the problem with this waterfall approach? Let's try to understand that. The pitfalls of waterfall approach is that customer could not see the product before the early testing phase, which is usually two-thirds of the way through the product timeline. You could be in the deployment and maintenance phase before you would realize that the product you are building was no longer viable due to changed market conditions or organizational direction, or you could also realize that the product had a major architectural flaw that prevented it from being deployed. In other words, your product development initiative could completely fail after a lot of money and time had been spent on it. The second problem with the waterfall approach is that it uses top-down management. Development team members are expected to follow checklists and detailed controls. In, in other words, this approach prioritizes process over people. Each phase is gated and has entry conditions before the development team can start working on the next phase. The software industry started debating the manufacturing industry like approach, which is a waterfall approach used for developing software as early as the 90s. According to a 1994 Standish Group report, only around 16% of the projects surveyed were successfully finished within budget and on time with the features originally scoped. 53% of software projects went either over budget, lacked features, did not finish on time, or a combination of these. So clearly a new approach was required for software development, which is agile methodologies. So let's come into the actual thing. the Agile Manifesto. Let's discuss about Agile Manifesto. Agile Manifesto has 4 tenets. The first one is individuals and interactions over process and tools. The agile mindset values people and their interactions over detailed process and the comprehensive use of tools. The second one is preference of working software over comprehensive documentation. It means that the working software is the ultimate proof of the success of software development initiative rather than the comprehensive documentation. The third one is preference of customer collaboration over contract negotiation. It means that the collaborating with customers to build something that delights them is more important than existing contracts with fixed requirements. And the last and the final one is preference of responsiveness to change over following a preordained plan. Agile teams embrace change. Agile is a mindset, and agile is the ability to quickly respond to the change. The last important note is Agile Manifesto is not against process, tools, documentation, contracts, or plans. It just places higher priority on the 4 tenets it outlines. Thank you for watching. That's all for this video. Please subscribe so that you can follow my upcoming videos on agile methodologies. Thank you once again and goodbye.